In this video, I'll show you all the methods to get book reviews on Amazon KDP and explain to you which one is the best. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean. I've helped over 1,500 people make money with Amazon KDP. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, so let's get right into how to get book reviews on Amazon. These are the most effective methods. So every method we will cover basically comes down to, number one, passing out a free ARC copy of your book, and number two, requesting for a review. Once again, ARC stands for Advanced Reader Copy. This is essentially a free sample copy of your book that you give out to somebody else before your book's official release in exchange for an honest feedback. This is completely allowed by Amazon as long as, number one, the reviews aren't mandatory. So you're not saying, hey, I'm going to give you a free copy of your book, but you have to leave a review, right? As long as you're not saying that, as long as the review is optional, that's what we want, as well as long as the reviews are honest as well. So with that being said, this is method number one. So you want to pass out your ARC copies to your audience. When I say your audience, it could be your email list or your followers on social media, and you simply ask if anyone wants a free ARC copy of your book. Then you follow up 10 days later and ask if they can leave a review. So if you're doing this on your email list, you simply send an email saying, hey guys, I'm coming up with a brand new book. Do you want to read it for free before an official release, right? And a lot of people will respond to that email back saying, yes, I want a free copy. And you send them the free copy, you keep track of who you sent it to, and 10 days later, you follow up and ask for a review. Right? If you're doing this on, let's say, Instagram, then you can make an Instagram post or Instagram stories, and it's the same process. You send people the PDF copy and you follow up for a review. If it's a Facebook group, exactly the same, make a Facebook post. If it's on all other social media channel, it's the exact same process, right? So you guys get the point. But when I say you can pass out a ARC copy, it can be a PDF, not a physical copy. So it's not going to cost you anything. So let me show you some examples of someone who's actually doing this. So this book is on essentially assertiveness, and this author usually writes about productivity, self-improvement, those kind of things. So you can read sample here. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a section that says your free gift. So this is their lead magnet. He is offering this book in exchange for people to opt into his email list. So this is how he's collecting email addresses, building his list. And after a while, he will email the list when the new book is ready to go. And he basically sends that email saying, hey, who wants a free copy? Now, this is the best method long-term, but as you know, building an audience takes time, right? So if you're just getting started, you have no audience. The method number two is to go into Facebook groups. So you can have your own Facebook group, but you can also tap into existing Facebook groups of other people and find your ARC readers there. Also, it doesn't have to be Facebook groups necessarily. It can be anywhere your target audience hangs out. Facebook groups is just usually the easiest to find these people. But what you want to do is find relevant Facebook groups on your topic, and you can make a post in the group asking if anyone is interested in a ARC copy. This is completely free. But it's very time consuming because you have to go into Facebook groups, you have to make a post, you have to manually reach out to each people who requested a free copy, and you have to follow up with them one by one. But as always, you're either paying with time or money, right? It's a free strategy, so anyone can do it, but you will be paying with time. So as an example, if I have a book on decluttering, right, then I will simply type decluttering in the search bar. Like this group on decluttering has close to 1 million members. That's insane. So you can just join and you can make a post. Obviously, you don't want to be spammy, right? So first, you can make like a value post or ask a question, engage in a group. Don't just join and immediately say, hey, who wants a free copy of the book, or who wants to buy my book or leave a review, right? Don't just go into a pitch fest, right? Obviously, use common sense. Engage with the group, build some good reputations, like people see you as someone who offers value. And after a while, you say, hey, I'm actually writing a book on this topic. Who wants a free copy? You can do the exact same thing in whatever niche you're in. There is a Facebook group for almost every single niche out there. So if you're doing coloring books, I looked up coloring books, and there are a lot of groups with a ton of members, okay? Adult coloring book fans. Okay, so that's like your target audience if you're doing adult coloring books, right? And this one, same thing, adult coloring book, 104,000 members. So definitely something to look into. Same as children's books, right? There are a lot of groups for children's book authors, right? But there are a lot of groups for customers who enjoys buying children's book as well, or for their kids, right? So once again, the process is exactly the same. Make a post, send them a free copy, and you follow up after a while. So that was a free way, but once again, very, very time consuming. So if you want something that's quicker and you don't mind paying just a little bit for it, then method number 3 is using review sites. So review sites is by far the easiest and the fastest way to get reviews, but it does come with a small monthly fee. Okay. And this works for absolutely any niche, any book types, whether you're doing low content, medium content, high content, fiction, nonfiction, anything. So this is an example of a review site. It's called Book Bounty. And it's basically a membership site for authors, right? Those who are publishing books on Amazon KDP. And you can start reviewing other people's books, right? So you're the one reviewing books. And by doing so, you get points. And you can use those points to request a review for your book, right? And that's how you can get reviews. Now, if you're wondering, this is not review swapping because review swapping is not allowed by Amazon KDP, right? Basically, you cannot review someone else and that person cannot review your book. That's review swapping. The way the website prevents review swapping from happening is you review someone else and that person cannot review you. Like the website blocks your book from showing up in their library, meaning they have to review someone else and that someone else can review you. So as I mentioned earlier, you do have to pay a little bit. If you go with the monthly plan, it is $25 a month. If you go with the yearly plan, it is $15 a month. So it's very, very cheap, but it's not free. And they do offer a 15-day free trial as well. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below. So with that being said, method number 4 is done for you review services. So this is by far the most expensive because it's completely done for you, right? Whenever something takes less time, it obviously will cost more money. So that's why I always say you're paying with time or money. But essentially the way this works is you pay the service and they will just get reviews for you and you don't have to do anything. So it's completely done for you. However, it can be hit or miss, right? I've heard of many situations where you pay a lot of money to this service and sometimes it doesn't work or sometimes it's super slow or you just get bad reviews. So I honestly do not do a lot of this, but it could be an option for those with absolutely no time. So an example service could be something like Book Sirens. Book Sirens I tested before. It's not too expensive and it's more for fiction. So if you're doing fiction, you might want to check it out. And there are tons of other sites that offer something like this if you just look it up on Google. However, once again, I don't really recommend it, especially if you can use Book Bounty or other review sites and get a ton of reviews for just, $25 a month. That's way better value in my opinion than doing these done for you review sites. All right, method number 5 is Facebook ads. So if all the methods are slow, what you can do is actually run Facebook ads and boost this up. So it's much, much faster, right? So what you can do is run a Facebook ad targeting your potential audience. So whoever your audience is, cool thing with Facebook ads is you can target that. So like those who are into decluttering or coloring book or children's book, right? You can target those people. And you can create an ad that says something like, who wants a free copy of my upcoming book titled, Decluttering Mastery or something. And people will start responding to the ads. And you want to run a lead gen ad so people can respond back to your ad and send you a message. So people will start responding back to the ad, sending you a message saying, hey, I'm interested, I saw the ad. And then you start communicating with them, right? And it's the same process. You send them the PDF, the art copy, and you follow up later for a review. Obviously, this costs more money than using review sites, but it's a little less than using a done-for-you service. So it's medium cost, medium time investment. So this was the overview of pretty much all the methods out there in terms of getting reviews, or at least all the effective ones that I know of. As you saw from this video, the bottom line concept is the same. You pass out a free PDF copy of your book and you follow up to get reviews. When you follow up, you simply send them your book's Amazon link so that they can go and leave a review from there. So that process is the same, but how you find these people to pass out your copy is different. So with that being said, here are my favorite methods in terms of getting reviews. Okay. So for beginners, if you're just getting started, you don't have any audience, social media, no email list, nothing, then you want to use book review sites like Book Bounty because that is by far the fastest, easiest, and most cost-effective way to get reviews. And you can get up to 50 plus reviews very, very easily as a beginner just by using that site. But for long term, you don't want to rely on just review sites or just one method in general. So you can start with review sites, but you want to work on building your audience so you can get reviews on demand for every single book, right? So that is why email list and social media is always going to be king. I recommend you doing both, but if you have to choose, it really depends. If you're doing low and medium content books, social media sometimes works better. If you're doing high content books, let's say nonfiction, fiction books, then usually email lists work better. So you want to start building that. As an example, this is my personal result where I got 45 reviews from just one email. And as you can see, we had 76 people sign up to get a art copy for my book. I have to blur everything because these are all my book information. But you can see that 76 people signed up. From there, I got 45 reviews at 4.8 average ratio just from one email because I had my audience built up. This is another one where it's 41 reviews from just one email at 4.9 average ratio. So imagine you publish your book, send one email, and instantly you get close to 50 reviews, right, for that book. And from there, you can keep getting more and more and more. You can keep emailing the same list. It's not like you only can get reviews from them once, right? It's for every single book that you publish from there. So that is why building up your audience is very powerful, and it's something that you always want to work towards. So if you guys want to check out Book Bounty or any other resources that I mentioned in this video, then I'll leave a link in the description below. If you guys want to learn more about my complete Amazon KDP coaching program, then the link is the first one in the description, where you can apply and talk to our team and see if our coaching program is a good fit for you. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.